What's going on, guys? I thought this particular news topic was hilarious. According to Total Pro Sports, okay, Ben Simmons was spotted leaving a Hollywood party with Larsa Pippen. Yeah, that's right, that Larsa Pippen. Now I will say this though about Larsa, man. She does keep herself really good shape physically. But she's 43 and she's out here with this 23-year-old who actually dated the sister of her friend Chloe, and Kim. She's friends with them and she's dating Kendall Jenner's ex, allegedly. Apparently they were in the club, they were getting, they were just very friendly with each other. And then he left, and then a few moments later, she left right after him. So we all know what was going on in that situation. He don't want nobody to know that he's dating this woman. He don't want nobody knowing he's dating a woman half his age, And again, I give Larsa credit. She keeps herself, really, put together. Whether she may be having surgery, well, she has had surgery, but again, she's keeping herself up, And I will say this, man. If I was Scottie, I would find a way for her not to use my last name, because she has brought nothing but shame, dysfunction to his last name. Now I know she's the mother of his kids, but the way that she's going about social media, the way she publicly smashed another man and then went back with you like nothing happened and then ended up divorcing you, it just shows you what type of women that we have in 2019. This woman married Scottie, okay, in the late 90s. Now, fast forward now, she's basically living out how she would have lived her early 20s if social media was around. A lot of these women in their 40s doing it. A lot of these older women that have been married for a long time or who've been basically, taking care of kids and family, now they're on social media living out their prime years on social media while in their 40s. Again, I give her credit for keeping herself in shape. Now, I will say this too, because it just seems to me that she's trying to hang on, okay, and date NBA players. Like, I made a video about almost a month ago about her dating an NBA player. And that was a couple months ago. She was all over his page, and I think he plays for the Toronto Raptors. Okay, and I spoke about her dating him. Obviously, that hasn't worked out, So now she's trying to get with Ben Simmons because she knows how much of a simp Ben Simmons is. Ben Simmons dated, Kendall Jenner, who was cheating on him. And just had no respect for him, but just using him for the fact that he's an NBA player, and that's what I see here. She's just trying to hang on. She don't care that this dude dated the sister of her friend Kim. She don't care about that, And I'm telling you right now, she is a 40-something-year-old groupie. Imagine being a woman who was a wife of an NFL, an NBA player, right? You're married to him for a long time. You have a family together. And all of a sudden now you done separated from him. Now you just a thought. You just a social media thought. You're a groupie. She's become a groupie now. A groupie to these young NBA players. And she ain't the only one. There's others too. And what's very interesting is that her and Scottie's oldest son, I believe, is in college now. He potentially could be in the NBA next year or in the future. And I will say this though, she's the female, right? That is like, the one who she gets the leftover dudes, right? She's the really thirsty chick. She's around friends who got boyfriends. They get a lot of attention. She gets what's left over. Ben Simmons is basically the leftovers. I mean, Kendall uses this guy whenever she needs him. and messes around on him with not only dudes but I believe females as well. And he, whenever she feels like getting with Ben, she'll get with Ben. She'll probably get with Ben after this. And it's just sad, not for me, but it should be sad for Scottie that this woman has his last name, that they were married for such a long time, and she's become nothing more than a social thizzot and a groupie to young NBA players, all the way from bench guys to Ben Simmons, who seems to date anybody in that Kardashian Jenner circle, And this is why, dudes, you got to be careful, man, who you wifing up these days. Because this mentality that she has is in young women as well. But it's even worse when you have women in their 40s who are doing this. She's in her 40s. And again, she keeps herself up. But she seems to care more about getting likes and comments and attention from dudes, and then, actually acting her age, basically,